Hey everybody, Jody from the Average AF. I was sitting there thinking today about concentration. Now there's a lot of tin hat stuff going on, and you'll see us, especially Leah and myself, starting to post a lot of tin hatty stuff around what the big grand plan of the mainstream media and all the people are. But concentration. Like, I used to read books for my education. So we're doing our working on wellness, which is our wow factor stuff. And we're starting to break that down into the 5 principles, which is spiritual, physical, intellectual, financial, and emotional. So that's why you'll start seeing some different stuff come through. It's not all just the physical stuff of the app anymore. We're just building the other 4 elements of it. And I was just thinking about the intellectual part where I had, and the financial part, but intellectual part with the books. And I can't read books anymore. I can't concentrate on it long enough. As soon as I start reading a book, I start drifting off, or if I am reading the book, I start drifting off thinking about something that I'm reading and how that applies to what I'm doing in my life. But the worst thing is, well, my biggest challenge is watching a freaking movie or a TV show, because I can't stop thumbing on my phone. So I was reading this article the other day saying that it's all, everything that's going on is a deliberate mind sort of numbing. So, to keep your mind just sort of numb all the time and dull, and not thinking for yourself, and particularly not critical thinking. And I sort of roll my eyes at a lot of it, because I don't think that I'm part of it. But then when I look at how much I've changed, every night laying down to go to sleep, thumbing through endless bullshit feeds of frig knows what, or playing a Candy Crush game for half an hour until my eyes are lit with light but heavy with the day's weight. I sit down to watch a movie that I've been waiting to watch, and the moment there's a lull in the movie, or the moment my watch or my phone goes off, slight buzz, it's just look over, pick up, and it's out of control. Now I know that I'm sort of awake to it, and I'm resilient to it in a certain degree, but how bad is it for our kids? Concentration must be nearly impossible for them at school. I don't know. Tell me in the comments below, do you believe that we're getting dumbed down? Do you believe that our education system is letting us down? Or do you believe it is deliberately doing it? Or do you just believe that technology is just taking over to the point where we don't need to be as smart as we were while it exists, until it goes? But yeah, that was my thing today. I was just like, it is so hard to concentrate on anything. It's little wonder why we are living in such a panic state of anxiousness all the time, because when we do have to focus, and when we do have to complete something, and when we do have to get our jobs done, it's hard. It's hard to actually just knock out 4 or 5 hours of working on something, because you can't concentrate, because there's so many other little avenues that, we're just hyper connected all the time to all the signals and everything that's going on around us. And it's just something that I'd noticed, that even myself, who thinks he's aware of it and is trying to work on the 5 principles of my health to maintain my mental health and wellness, how common it is to find myself distracted. So that's my thought for the day. Challenge yourself, leave a message, have a conversation amongst yourselves, whatever you need to do. If you've got that far, thank you very much, as usual. It's interesting. But if you can't put your phone down, we've got to get to a point, in time where phones go in a basket at a certain time of day. Like in China, they're run by a communist team, but like TikTok, every 5th video or something, it forces you to watch some sort of educational video. The social media channels turn off at 8 o'clock at night. I don't know what it is, but I know that they turn off at 8 o'clock at night, like the old ABC, and they don't turn back on until the mornings. Things like that, to stop their own civilization, their own race, from dumbing down. They're controlled which is everybody's like, oh, we don't want the control, but you can see why they do it, because clearly they're controlling their people so they don't dumb down, because they need them to be as efficient and awake and have the highest output possible. And we are saying that we don't want the control and we've got free will, but we're dumbing ourselves down and allowing the system to dumb us down to the point where we can't even read a book anymore. And that's the terrifying part. And like the 1984, the George Orwell book, where he talks about the information being able to be changed all the time. So the government and all the agendas being able to constantly change the information. That's what they can do on the internet. And that's what they can do with anything you read or listen to. They can alter that. But if you've got a book from a bookstore, whatever it said from 20 years ago, it still says today. So nobody can change that. So the information you get out of that, or although it might not be relevant tomorrow, at least it is the same as what it was when you read it. So concentration. That's my thing for now, is trying to understand how and what is causing us to lose concentration and how to turn that around, because I think it's a big part of breaking down anxiety. All right, peace out.